Hey guys, this is App Reviewer. Today I'm very excited to bring you a full review on the iOttie waterproof skin for the Samsung Galaxy Nexus. Now this is essentially a thin plastic layer that wraps around your device and keeps any water out of it, essentially deeming it waterproof. Now what I want to do first is run by the contents of this packaging, and then we're actually going to do a demonstration where I'm going to dunk my Galaxy Nexus into water, and I've got it all set up right here. So you can see that it comes with 2 waterproof skins, 4 sealing tapes, and 4 leakage indicators. You also get some instructions right here, and then you also got to read this right here. Just pay attention to the water leaks and everything because iOttie is not responsible for the phone damages occurred. Now let's crack on open into the packaging. You'll see exactly what we get. So you'll get the first waterproof skin, the other one's on my device. You can see there's a little bit of a gap right here where you pop in your phone, and then you use these sealing tapes to keep it shut. So you can see this is a 2-layer plastic, so it features one outside layer, and then you have one on the inside. And you've got a nice sort of, I'm not going to say cutout, but it just shows a little bit of a window for the camera. So it only has 1 layer of plastic here, but it has 2 layers everywhere else. And then finally, you also get these leakage indicators. And what they are is basically they're just little pads where the moment this meets water, it will actually turn red. So I'm going to get a little bit of water right here and dip it right there. And you can see that it changes color. So this will let you know if your device has gotten wet. So what you want to do first is just get your device. Like right here, I've already got it all set up. First you want to install the little pad, the leakage indicator. Then you want to wrap the device all around. And then finally finish it off with the sealing tape. And this is exactly what you'll get. So now we're going to move on to the demonstration. I'm going to show you exactly how it works and looks. So before we move on to the demonstration, I just want to quickly run by the way the phone looks and feels with the skin on it. You can see it's fully complete right here. We've got the leakage indicator, the sealing tape, and then the skin. It adds no bulk whatsoever because it's just super thin all around. And you still have access to your screen and all your ports and your buttons. So you can see screen works fine, even though I've got an SGP screen protector on there. There's no sort of air gap in there. It just feels like a natural screen, but a little bit more rubbery, to be honest. Power button works fine, like you saw there. Your volume rocker works fine as well, no problems. But like you heard right there, the actual speaker is muffled because it's just covered and blocked by the plastic. And same thing goes for the bottom cutouts. You don't have access to your charging port or your headphone jack. So this is basically a temporary case that I see someone using if they go to a beach or maybe a pool party, somewhere where your phone might get affected by water or anything related to water. So this is not really meant to be dunked in water. It's more of a water resistant solution. So if you're at a pool party, you leave your phone near a table and water splashes on it, no problem. But for the sake of this video, I do want to dip it in water and show you exactly how it functions. So we're going to set this aside. I've got a Tupperware full of water right here. You can see this is real water. Fingers get wet. And I'm just going to power on my device. Just going to turn on the stopwatch and see if that works. And then I'm just going to dunk it in there. Now, like I mentioned, here's the leakage indicator. If that does turn a deep red, it means water got inside and I'm pretty much fucked, to be honest. So I'm going to drop this in there and we'll see exactly how it works. So just drop it in. And there we go. Now you can see that the actual water actually triggered the multitasking on there, but we're just going to leave it. Flip it over. You can see the indicator is still pink, no problems whatsoever. I'm going to flip it one more time. You can see the stopwatch going there. And now we're just going to dunk it and let it dry off. So we're going to take it out, move this aside. You can see the phone survived. I was actually very surprised the first time I tried this because I was really nervous, to be honest. No one really wants to dunk their phone in water. But for my loyal subscribers, you guys know I love you. So I decided to do this little extreme test. So you can see the phone itself is perfect. No problems with it. Just going to dry it off quickly and then we're going to pop it out of the skin itself. So what you want to do is first turn off your device. And then just make sure that there is no water raining on the back. You just don't want to get any in there. So you can see I made a little bit of a mess right there. I'm going to start peeling this off. And you can see how that sealing tape works. The actual back of the device is completely dry. Completely dry. So no problems whatsoever. This actually works as advertised. It's amazing. And you can see just how much this can stretch without cracking. We're going to work our way around the sides and then just make sure it all comes out just like that. And these are reusable, so you can push them back into the original spot, their position like this, and reuse them. The actual sealing tape most likely is not. I wouldn't recommend it. That's why you get 4 of them. But you can buy a pack of 5 of them for $6.99. So overall, I am definitely impressed with the iOttie skins. And the simple reason is because they work. They do exactly what they're supposed to, and they keep your phone waterproof. Now, at $20 is definitely a little bit of a premium price point that you're going to pay, and the reason for that is because you're paying for the novelty factor of being able to dip your device or dunk it in water. Now, that said, it doesn't really take back from the product itself. It's still a fantastic product, it's simple, and it does what it's supposed to do. Now, like I mentioned, this is more of a temporary solution, and the reason for that is because you're going to have to take the skin off sometime in order to charge your device. So, like I mentioned, these bottom ports are covered up, but for a short-term solution, it's fantastic. You can't go wrong with it, so if you need something to protect your phone and keep it dry, this is the way to go. Now, iOttie makes these skins for several devices. They come for the iPhone 4S, the 3GS, the 3rd Gen iPad, the Kindle Fire, the Galaxy S2, Galaxy Note, and Galaxy Nexus, and finally the Motorola Droid Razr. Now, you've got a nice range to choose from, but overall, like I mentioned, iOttie's done a good job with these skins, and I definitely recommend them. If you want to pick these up, you can do so for $20 on the iOttie website, which is www.iottie.com. I'd like to thank those guys for sending out the product for reviewing purposes. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching and stay tuned for more. Cheers.